YouTube, I'm back here again with another video. You can see here by my wood grain desk that it's going to be a peripheral review this time. But before I get into that, I want to discuss, all you NES gamers out there know that, for games like Contra or any other NES games, they're really great, but there's something about them, that makes them really, really hard, and it's so frustrating, For games that only give you 3 lives and no continues, you lose all your weapons after you die, all that other stuff that really frustrates you. So, any NES gamer out there knows and has experienced that. I know I have for sure. But that is until 1990 when the game Genie came out. Now, most of you are probably, who aren't familiar with this are probably looking at, oh, what the heck is this thing? Well, really, as it says right there, it's a video game enhancer. Basically, this is like a cheating device. Basically, all you do is you take your standard NES cartridge and you plug it in like that, stick it in your Nintendo, and now you can enter cheat codes to, add unlimited lives, a health bar that, will never go down, infinite weapons, stuff like that. The cheats vary for, every game. It's not, the same for every one. So, really quickly though, I'm going to go over, kind of like an overview of this thing right here. First glance, most of you who aren't familiar with this, it's a really weird design. They give you like this plastic tab thing right here. Basically what all this is for, if you plug in a game like that, if you're trying to grip it out from this, it's only going to pull the cartridge out. It's not going to pull out the whole thing. So what this is for is that you have to grip it in the middle and pull the entire thing out like that. So when I first got this thing, I was confused of what that was for, but yeah, that's what you use it for. This little plastic tab thing. It's not going to fall off though. It's very, put on there very sturdy. The pin connector right there. As far as I know, this should work with unlicensed games like Tengen Tetris or Bible Adventures. I'm not sure though, since I don't own any unlicensed games. I don't plan to anyway. But anyway, looking on the back here, it says, insert this end into the game deck. This side faces down. And it gives you some FCC regulations. Insert the game cartridge into this end. Made by Galoob on the front. Game Genie logo. Galoob again. Video game enhancer and this weird genie looking guy. So now you guys are probably wondering, I don't see a Nintendo seal of quality anywhere on this thing. Well, that's because there was no permission for Galoob at all by Nintendo to create this. Back in the day, you've all heard the story about companies like Tengen and Seichen and Color Dreams making unlicensed games without Nintendo's permission. Basically, there are companies making accessories for it as well, such as this Game Genie right here. So, basically, Nintendo found out what Galoob was doing, and Galoob eventually got sued by Nintendo, but actually, Nintendo lost that lawsuit. Mainly just because, this really wasn't a game for itself. It wasn't going to interfere with, your system's performance or anything. It was just an accessory. So the court basically just found it to be just an innocent accessory, and the rest is history. Now you have Game Genies and Game Sharks on other consoles like the Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Gear, just to name a few. But I only have my only retro system is the NES anyway, so. But that's why you don't see any Nintendo seal of quality anywhere on this. That's just because it was not endorsed or made by Nintendo. Now, another thing, too, is that, this also came with a code book where you could punch in the codes to, cheat on certain games. Unfortunately, I don't have that since, this thing is closing in on over, 30 years old, and those, even if you would find the book, I'm sure it'd be in pretty beat up shape. But I don't have that. But however, there is a really handy website you can go to that will give you every Game Genie code for the NES, and it's really handy. I have the link in my description if you want to go check it out. So yeah. So I paid about $10 for this, which is it's extremely cheap and easy to find, well, at least where I live. it probably depends on your region. Like here where I live, you know, there's a giant flea market where I always go to. You guys always know that, and they always have tons of retro video game stuff there. And they had like a huge box of these, so I just picked this one up. I think this was the cheapest one too, because as you guys could probably tell, it's a little scratch right there. And there was a huge rental sticker on the back somewhere, but I cleaned that off. But other than that, this thing works great. Another thing you need to know about this thing too is that, you know, like I mentioned, you put the cartridge in like that, and you stick it in your NES. Now, some of you are probably wondering, you know, since this thing is longer than your standard NES cartridge, how can you, you know, push it down into the system? Well, Galoob was ingenious in coming up with the idea to make the PVC board on the inside of the Game Genie itself thicker. So basically, you know, the PVC board is thicker so that it's not necessary to push this thing down into your system. Now, the problem with that is that if you overuse this thing, the pins in your system are, you know, accustomed to that really thick PVC board. So if you were to just put a standard NES cartridge in, you know, the PVC board on these is a little bit thinner, so it won't read correctly. So you basically have to use this thing every time to get to your game, which, you know, I don't even use this thing that much anyway. But so that's basically all I really have to say about it. Now I'm going to show you guys, you know, what this thing can do. So hold on one second, I'm going to set up my TV and I'm going to show you guys. So here I am at the website right now, simply just called GameGenie.com. Like I said, the link is in my description if you want to take a look at it, but this is what it looks like. It's in alphabetical order of, you know, whatever games you want to use. You can even pick what type of, you know, Game Genie depending on which system you have. Of course, I have mine set to the NES. So as you can see, it's got, I think, all the licensed games on here. I don't know if there are any unlicensed games here. I haven't checked, but yeah, so the ones I'm going to use it for is Contra right here that I've already showed you guys. I'm going to use Contra to show you exactly how this thing works. So we're going to scroll down to C, Contra right there. And this pops up. You can even print these off, which is really handy. And now it gives you the codes right there. So it says, you know, the codes are on the side like that, and there's the thing that it can do. So I think, I'm gonna do the one to show you guys the one where I can have the start every new life with the spread gun. So I'm gonna pop that in my NES and I'm gonna show you how that works. Alright, now I'm gonna be putting this thing in. So you're gonna just open this up and put it in like that. Like I said, the PVC board is a lot thicker than your standard cartridge, so you gotta hold it in the back like this and really shove it in there a lot. Now, it looks kind of funny because it sticks out like that, but that's really the way you're supposed to do it. So, yeah, now I'm gonna go to the title screen of this thing, and I'm gonna punch in the code to show you how that works. Alright, so here I am now on the Game Genie title screen. It's pretty simple. You just have your letters right there and your little cursor there that you just go around and select the letter that you want. So I'm playing Contra right now, and I chose the one to use the spread gun, you know, with each new life. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in, and the code is L E I X Z, and that's it. Now you're ready to go. Now you just have to press start. Now you're ready to play. I'm going to use the Konami code really quick. And now I've got my 30 lives, and now I can use the spread gun all I want. Now watch, I have to die first in order for this thing to work, so now I should get the spread gun. See? Look at that. Now I can get the machine gun right there. Do I want it? Nah, this is better. So, yeah, this thing is really cool. So I'm going to show you again. Once I die, I'll be able to get it again. I just need to see an enemy here. Alright, watch. See, I died. And I get the spread shot again. Died again. and I get the sprite shot again. So that is extremely cool and really helpful. It's not really helpful for this game though, just because of the fact that, you know, you get 30 lives and stuff already. But yeah, this thing is really neat, and of course it does work with a lot of the other licensed NES games. I'm not sure about unlicensed ones, like I said, but other than that, I really think you should guys pick one up if you're especially an NES gamer like myself. You would really enjoy this thing. So that's it. That's all I really have to show you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be having some more videos coming soon. So thanks for watching. Peace out.